Hi everyone, this is Susie. So today we're going to be making a cold remedy, and these are the ingredients we'll be needing. We need some cinnamon for cinnamon tea, and some onion. You can have a red, white, or yellow onion, it doesn't really matter. One garlic clove, and I just cut it in half. And this is optional, you don't have to add the garlic, but it really does help a lot. Some lemon juice, and any type of sweetener that you like. I have some vegan honey here, but you can use agave syrup or anything that you like, okay? So let's get started. Okay, you do want to make only the amount that you're going to drink for that one time. And I have about 1.5 cups of water and about half of a stick of cinnamon, and you're just going to break it in, pour this in, let it boil for maybe like 15 minutes or so until it gets a little pinkish. And let me see. The other thing you can do is, remember how I showed you last time how I do my cinnamon tea, and I do a big batch of it because I use a lot of it. So this is my cinnamon tea that I had in the fridge, and you can just heat up about 1.25 cups or so of it, and you just want to bring it to a boil. So you have those two options. You can do it from scratch, every time you're going to use it, or you can do a bigger batch of the tea, and that way you just take a few minutes to heat up the tea, and then you can go on with the rest of the process, and it makes it just quicker. Okay, so I'm just going to use the tea that I already have, and I have, like I say, 1.25 cups. And for this one, I said 1.5 cups because it does evaporate a little bit when you're making the tea, so you want to have enough water left over, okay? So we're just going to bring this to a boil, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes, and as you can see, it started to boil. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the onion and the garlic, and you're going to cover this up. You're going to turn it off, and you're going to let it sit there for 2 minutes, okay? Just 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. And sometimes what I like to do without opening this up, I just give it a little stir, just to make sure it's getting all the onion flavor and stuff out, or the vitamins, whatever they are, okay? If you're actually doing the tea from scratch, you don't have to take out obviously the little bark. You just leave it in there because everything is going to be strained out at the end anyways, okay? Okay, so after the 2 minutes, you just want to strain it. Oops. So that's what it looks like, and I didn't get a full cup here. So you can add a little bit more if you like, if you want obviously the whole cup of tea. But this is pretty. That's good enough. I don't need more. And then you can add a little bit of lemon juice, and this is to your liking, depending on how lemony you like it. And then some sweetener. Like I say, this is optional. The sweetener is optional. You don't have to put it in there, but it just makes it easier to drink because it does taste a little, with the onion and the garlic. So it's not super pleasant to drink, but it's not awful either. Okay. Not bad. You really just taste kind of like the lemon and this. You have a little bit of the onion flavor in the background, but it's not too bad, okay? Okay, so now this is it. So this is the tea. So now I'm going to give you the instructions because you do have to follow these instructions carefully. If not, you might get worse instead of better if you don't, okay? So usually what I do is I make the tea and I go to bed. I sit in my bed and I drink my tea and I'm covered up, okay? So you want enough blankets and stuff to keep you warm because you're going to create like a sauna. So you want your windows closed, you don't want air conditioning, you don't want a fan on, nothing, because you want to sweat. Because the idea is to make you sweat and get anything that is, any virus or anything, so that you can sweat it out. So that's what you want to do, okay? So there have been times, well, one time I drank the tea sitting in the sofa, and then I went to bed. And I felt worse afterwards because my feet were uncovered as I was drinking it. So you do have to be covered almost completely while you're drinking it. And you want to drink this as hot as you can possibly tolerate it. Okay, that's another thing you want to do. So you're sitting in bed, you drink your tea, then you cover yourself up all the way to your neck, okay? You don't want anything uncovered. You don't want your arms out or your feet out. Everything has to be completely covered, and so that you can feel hot, and you're going to start to sweat a lot, okay? So expect a lot of sweating. And okay, the other thing is that you cannot take a shower after you take this tea for at least a few hours. I would say 3 to 4 hours, if not more. So it's better to take this at night. You can take a shower prior to taking the tea, but not after you take the tea, okay? Not right after. So once that is done, if you want to take, let's say the next day, the following day, you're going to stay home and you want to take another tea, you want to drink another tea, you can go ahead and do that, but you have to do the exact same thing. You get in bed, you get all covered up, and you stay there for a while, for a very long time, okay, until you sweat everything out. You don't want to get up right away, like 30 minutes later. No, you have to stay there for at least like 2 or 3 hours in bed, okay? And let me see what else. Okay, and then the last thing is that I've taken this, and if I'm feeling really, really sick and I want to take medicine, you can go ahead and take like NyQuil or DayQuil. I've never had any side effects or anything bad happen. I try not to take those things unless I absolutely have to. Usually the tea is enough for me. So if I just drink the tea at night, by the next day I'm feeling much better. And like I say, if you feel like you need to take it again, you could probably take it maybe 2 or 3 times during the day if you like. You know, in one day, maybe take it 2 or 3 times total. That would be fine. And drink a lot of water, because if you are going to be sweating a lot, then you also want to stay hydrated. So just make sure that you drink enough water, okay? And I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.